Okay, so today we're doing Texas. The first thing you want to do is Google your local state board. I don't care if you're in Texas, California, Florida, New York, Michigan. It does not matter where you're at. If each and every one of y'all just Google your local state board to get the rules and regulations, you will see how simple, how easy it is. You will see that you don't have to have this big old building. It's going to tell you the minimum square footage, if there is a minimum. Like Texas and Florida, there is no minimum square footage. A lot of states, there are minimum square footages, but it depends on your rules and regulations. So after you Google your rules and regulations, and if you're not computer savvy and you can't find them or don't know how to work a computer, send an email to millionairebarber@gmail.com and just say, hey, send me the rules and regulations for such and such state. And the ladies will email you. They'll send you the rules. All of y'all can get on your phone and Google the state board rules and regulations. And for opening a school. And when you read them, if there is a square footage, you're going to see that. If you need chairs, stations, all of that stuff that you need, how many shampoo bowls, hair dryers, whatever's required, it's going to show you. It's going to go down the list. And if you read it and it's something you don't understand, Google millionairebarber@gmail.com, ask the ladies. Or look, email the state board, email your local state board and ask them. A lot of times if you call, they're busy, they don't pick up the phone a lot, but just email them and they'll respond. Because a lot of us have been tricked and brainwashed to think it's too much to open a school. It's too hard to open a school. We have so many people in Texas because Texas passed a law where you do not have to have an instructor's license to teach in the school. You can be a licensed barber, nail tech, cosmetologist or whatever, and teach in the school. Now, anybody can own a school anywhere, but in most states, you must have a licensed beauty professional, whether it's a barber, stylist, nail tech, or whatever, instructor to teach at your school. So just say you're a businessman or woman, you don't have no license, but you want to open up a school, you can. But in some states, it's going to be required on your application. Well, who's your instructor? What's their instructor's license? So you can hire them. You may be a licensed barber, nail tech, esthetician, whatever, and want to open a school, but don't have an instructor's license that's required in your state. Okay. Well, you may do like Gerard did, one of our students in Michigan. He was a barber, he joined the program. Guess what? He hired a licensed instructor. They came out and inspected, had his licensed instructor. Guess who the first student was? Himself. Gerard was his first student in his own school. He was his first graduate. Graduated from the instructor program, got his instructor's license. Now he's a teacher there too. Okay, so every state board is different. And I know all of y'all on here and the people that will watch this video on YouTube, Clubhouse, Instagram, wherever, you're going to hear this. Every state board is different. Okay, so you have to Google your local state board because Georgia's laws are different from New York and Florida and Tennessee and Alabama, Mississippi. They're different. But with NACA's accreditation, that's on the federal level. That's the exact same in all the states. So I wanted to be clear on that with you. So after you go to your local state board, you can pull up the rules and regulations. It'll have the application on here, all of that. So now what we're ready to do, now you got to read the rules and regulations. Okay? After you Google and you go to your board and look at everything, because after you do that, you're not going to be listening to all these other people. You're going to see how simple and easy it is. I'll pull up the rules and regulations. Then you can just go to the rules and regulations. Let's pull those up. So I'm going to share this screen with you all. just so y'all can see how easy this is. So what we're gonna do, we'll look at the rules and regulations for Texas, because that's what we're doing today. We're doing Texas. So all of y'all that's in Texas, you're lucky today. Look, these are the rules and regulations. All right. It tells you everything. Everything is on here. Now, they changed the laws on a lot of stuff too. And that's something that you got to remember. A lot of times they change the laws and you don't know. See, look, it don't have to be 2,000 square feet no more of floor space. They changed the law. Okay? So, and then when you look at your rules, well, how do you know if they changed the law? Email them. Ask them if there have been any new laws. If there have, email them to me. All you have to do is ask. Simple as that. They work for the state. They have to answer these questions. They'll respond to your email. So now everything on here, required facilities, equipment, it's going to tell you everything. Everything that you need to know. All you have to do is read it. That's it. Shout out to Tyler Urban, opened his school in Texas. We're on the Zoom. So now, after you read the rules and regulations, you want to download the application. So you can look at the application and see what's required. Don't listen to the naysayers. We'll pull up an application. Let's pull up an application. Okay. Texas school application. You got the barber application, you got the cosmetology application. I just pulled up a cosmetology. Real simple, y'all. Look, name of school, school application, license type, organization type, whether it's an LLC. Most people do LLC. Why? My accountant recommends LLC. School mailing address, the physical address. I mean, all this stuff is self-explanatory. The owner's information, do you know your name, your first and last name, your address, your phone number, anticipated date, and the hours of operation. Well, we're gonna open on such and such date. We're gonna be open from 9 to 5, Tuesday through Saturday, Tuesday through Friday, and Saturday we open from 8 to 3. You can set your own hours. You just need to abide by those hours that you set for the state. Well, we're gonna be open Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's fine. As long as you submit that to your state board, that's fine. The curriculum. I know you probably don't have a curriculum. We have that. Everything that you all need, we have in the program. You don't have to retype no curriculum. We have that. The refund policy calculation, we have that. Well, how much is the application? Right here. Every state board is different. New York, the application is $5,000. California application, $5,000. Different states, some states is $200. Some is $500, some is $300. Every state board is different. Well, why is this that price? Because their state says that. And if y'all ask something about NACAs, when you go through NACAs, why is that? Because NACA says so. Don't ask why, just do it. Why they ain't got a lot of school owners? Because most barber stylists and nail techs and estheticians are afraid. They're scared. That's why. Keep going. You got to fill this out. Even people in our gold program, we'll fill this out for them. Applications, $500. School license type. It's private, post-secondary. Well, how do you know that? Because I've been doing it 25 years, and Ms. Velma trained me for 20 years while she was here. That's how I know that. And I don't know anything else, but I do know the school stuff. Okay, organizational type. You want to get LLC, limited liability. Why? Because I had one of the top accountants, and that's what they told me. That's why. So I'm giving you that information. School mailing address. Where you located? This is simple. Your kid can fill this out. Look, Sunday, what you gonna put there? You close on Sunday, I'm sure. Monday, you may be open or closed. I don't know. Put your hours of operation right there. This is very simple, you all. Very simple to fill out. Well, what program you gonna teach? That depends on you. The 1,000 hours, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna have aesthetics? What are you teaching? Then sign. Then it tells you what you need. You need a building, okay? Everything is in here that you need. It's telling you everything you need. It is nothing hidden, hot and cold, running water. The curriculum, I know y'all probably don't have the curriculum, we have that stuff. Maintain a copy of the current rules and regulations. You download that from state board, okay? Schools must have at least one licensed instructor on duty for 25 students. Well, if you're in Texas, like I said, they changed the law. You can have a licensed barber, nail tech, or cosmetologist to teach the students. One student can teach 25 students. What I say about that, what I mean by that, one barber, stylist, nail tech, or whatever, can teach 25 students. You can have a 25. Yeah, you could. That's like having a 25 chair shop. Imagine that, Danny, Matika, Ontario, and you're the only person getting paid, Brenda. See, owning a school is like modern day slavery. They don't get paid. The only person get paid is the school owner. If you're in the shop, what you gonna get? 60-40, 70-30, or 50-50, or booth rent. When you own that school, guess what? 100% of that money is going to you. They can cut hair, style hair all day long. And guess what? If they decline a client, send them home. You have complete control with the school. You get to get your kits. Well, we're gonna keep going and then we'll go over that. So now this is telling you everything that you need. Everything you need. It's no secret. I mean, this is easy, y'all. Now, some of the paperwork you won't have, I mean, like this. The school must maintain a refund policy that's approved. Well, I know you don't know what the refund policy is. I know you don't have the correct verbiage, the correct wording, the correct refund calculation. I know that. We have it for you. All you do is click a button, download it, submit it to state board. All that's there. Okay? Well, and it tells you, look, all the equipment, stuff you need in there. When state board comes out, have everything in there. It tells you shampoo bowl and chair. I mean, look, it's telling you everything that you need for whatever program you're doing. It's telling you right here, you just check it out. You can go on Amazon with a lot of this stuff, depending on what curriculum you're going to teach. Now, after that, that's the application. If you're in the program, we help you with the application. You may not know. Look, Ms. Velma did all my stuff. I was in her go for her. She did my application. She did everything. Everything. My accreditation, all of that stuff. I was always, hey, Ms. Velma, we need so-and-so. Email, the team would do it. I'm not going to stand here and act like I'm some smart genius and do all that. No. I opened my school 2 years after I got out of federal prison. Knew nothing about a school, had no experience, below average haircutter, and I'm still a below average barber. When I say below, below. If I shampoo you, your whole body's getting wet. Your back, everything's getting wet. I already tried the little trick, how when you shampoo and then you take it behind their head and hold your hand. I tried that trick, it didn't work for me. He got all wet. So it does not matter. Now, let me show y'all a curriculum. Let's pull up a curriculum for Texas. Y'all want to see a curriculum for Texas? This is a curriculum. We got the Cosmo, the Barber, aesthetics. The verbiage and wording is already here, y'all. You ain't got to type none of this stuff up. Manicures, it's already there. Already TDLR approved. Eyelash extension, it's already there. Hair weaving, Barbering, cosmetology, look, barbering is already here. Curriculum outline is there. We make it easy. It's easy to open up a school in the shop because we already have all the paperwork for you. Some you can't find, email. Look, that's the refund they talking about. Refund policy procedure. Look, that's it. Click a button, download it. Don't change no word on here. Everything is already done. Academic progress evaluation, determine progress status. Everything is done. Okay? Satisfactory academic progress. It's here. Click a button, download it. Well, I'm not doing manicuring and barbering. I'm just doing cosmetology. Okay, well, delete that. Do you know how to highlight something and click delete? Simple as that. So you see that. I showed you the laws, showed you the full curriculum. This right here, this is for barber school. I showed you cosmetology. So it's pretty much all of them. The applications are pretty much the same. Now with the curriculums and tools and stuff, equipment, that's gonna be a little different. That's Texas. You put look, after you do that, put everything in your building, get your building, put your chairs in here, get your classroom, all your tables and chairs and stuff, you good. It's that simple. It's that simple. All right. So now we got our school. State board comes out and inspects. Boom, we open. Now, let's talk about that. So we're in Texas. And I know y'all got a lot of questions for Texas. Well, where am I gonna get my equipment? Where am I gonna get my books? Where am I gonna get chairs and stations? Where am I gonna get a time clock? We have all of that. I'll show you all of that. What about the enrollment agreement? I'm gonna show you all that. What about my school catalog? We have a school catalog. It's already approved for Texas. We got catalogs approved for every state. Click a button, download it. If you don't want to do that, if you're too lazy, email. If you're in the program, just email millionairebarber@gmail.com. Hey, this is Danny, this is Antara. I need so-and-so. This is Brenda, Cecilia, Christopher, Courtney. I need you all to send me this. Now, we opened a school in Texas. What have we done so far? We got our building. You probably did your business plan. We have a business plan back here. After you look at your rules and regulations, you definitely want to look at the business plan. And back here with the business plan, one thing about it, I got a video training. That's an hour and 13 minutes. Look, all right. I'm talking about the business plan. Now, think about this. Look, there's another business plan. I'm going over it with y'all, breaking everything down. And not only that, you get to click a link and download the business plan and copy and paste from the blank. That's in your back office. And you can contact SBA. The agents at SBA, the reps are free. So ain't no sense in you paying all these people out here for that. You got the business plan, SBA will walk you through it. Now, another thing people want to know. Well, what documents do I need for orientation? I show you all, look. All right, so if somebody first walks in your school, I take you from A to Z. A to Z with the videos. I'm not just telling you, I'm showing you all the documents, every document that you need. And then guess what? After that, you get all of the documents. You get, look. Let me show y'all this. I know y'all can't see this. Let's make it bigger for the people that need readers and can't see. Registration form. Guess what you're gonna put right here? Does anybody know what they're gonna put right there? I just highlighted it. Let me see how smart y'all are. Anybody know what you put right there while I highlight it? See how smart y'all are. Look at that. your school name. Click a button, download it. Everything is already done. When I say that, I really mean that. Now, what other documents do you have? We got everything. We'll go back. We'll go back in here because I'm going to show you all the documents, even if somebody starts in there. Let's go back here. Look, what is that? That's the enrollment agreement. Everything is copy and paste, fill in the blank. So let's go back here. Let's look at some more of the documents. When a student enrolls, there's certain documents that they need. We saw the registration form. Okay, what is this? This is an enrollment agreement. I'll make it larger. All you do is put your name, address, city, state, phone. Well, I'm not teaching Barber. Okay, well, delete it. I'm not teaching Cosmo, delete it. Everything is already laid out for you. That's your contract. That's the enrollment agreement right there. All the wording, the verbiage is already done. Already done. So all the documents that you need is there. We'll go look at some other documents. Orientation forms, the pre-orientation receipt, the orientation checklist, the school catalog, whatever state you're in, the catalog is there. Everything that you need is back here. Matter of fact, you could just email the team. If you don't even feel like going in your back office, email the team. State board rules and regulations. That's not back here. We just have that as an example. And the reason why we have it as an example, because every state board is different. Every state board is different. All right. So what I want to do now, I want to talk about wholesale vendors and contacts. Because I know a lot of y'all wondering, well, where do I get this or that? So what I do, I will tell you all. Now let's talk about some wholesale vendors and contacts. Do y'all want to talk about some wholesale vendors and contacts where to get certain things? Let me know. Let me know if y'all want to know where to purchase certain things. If y'all do, we'll go over that. Y'all can type in the chat if y'all want to look at some of those. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to go over some of the wholesale vendors and contacts. And I'll probably put the links in the chat. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put them links in the chat. So let me do this because we record this. This screen. Okay, so this is the business plan. It's copy and paste, fill in the blank. It has like a 100-point checklist, things that you should do and check out before opening your school, before signing the lease, where y'all can write down how much budget, things going to cost, failure factors, it has that in there. It has learned about your competition, but because before you open your school, you need to know about your competition. We need to be Googling what they're doing over there. We need to be nosy. We need to know how much they're charging. We need to know if they're accredited, not accredited. We need to know if they got a morning class and night class. They may not have an evening class, so it may be to your advantage to have a morning class and night class. When I opened my school, I had a morning class and night class. I worked from 7, 8 in the morning to 10, 11 o'clock at night. Yes, I did. And I was the only instructor, the janitor, the toilet bowl cleaner, theory instructor, practical floor, admissions rep, front desk operator. You may have to do that in your school. Did I want to do that? No. But you got to put in the work. A lot of y'all don't want to work. You don't want to work. You don't want to put in the work. See, if you live like your friends won't live for a couple of years, you'll live like they can't live the rest of your life. You better buy whatever you want. A Rolls Royce, a mansion, travel, do real estate. You better do whatever you want if you put the work in. Okay, the business plan. This is the checklist. The business location, it talks about that, location checklist. The lease checklist, what to do before signing your lease, what to do after signing your lease. Before you sign that lease, you need to walk around and look to see if the roof is leaking. You need to have an HVAC guy to check out the air conditioning unit, to see if it's under warranty, to see if it's not on its last leg. What if you sign this lease, now the air conditioning unit go out, and you in hot Texas, Houston, where the humidity is high as heck, and it gets hot as heck in Texas, and your commercial unit goes out. Now you got to replace that commercial unit $5,000-$6,000. Why? Because you didn't go through your checklist. If you find out that it was not under warranty, then you let them know, well, I'm not signing this lease because this air conditioning unit is out of warranty. You need to put in this lease, this contract, and you're gonna be responsible for that. So see, just this business plan, it'll save you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm not gonna go through this whole thing, but it has everything in here. Full business plan. So that'll save you all a lot of time, headache, and money. Yeah, it will. And that business plan, that's in the starter program too. So it has its advantages. All right, so let's go. Business plan, that's something that y'all need to take the SBA. Even if you don't take the SBA, you still should do that business plan to prevent you from making a bunch of timely and costly mistakes. People always saying, well, I don't know where to start, I don't know what to do. Well, you need to look at the rules and regulations. For one, know the laws. Why? Well, what if you're in a state that has a minimum square footage requirement and you sign a 5-year lease? Like one of these, this guy, I never forget, some years back, he called me, asked about the program and this and that. I said, well, we have this. Oh, I can do that myself. You got this program and this and that. I said, okay, sir, do it yourself. If you have any issues, here's my number. Lock it in because you're going to need me. Guess what, y'all? About 7 months later, he called me back. He had signed a 5-year lease. State board came out and inspected, and they failed him. Failed him. You know why? He did not have the proper amount of square footage. He calls me, man, so-and-so. If you would have gotten the program, if you would have been so smart, no, I didn't say that to him, I just listened. Well, state board failed because of square footage. They said it needs to be so-and-so. What can I do? Turn it into a barber shop, sir. That's what you can do. Ain't nothing I can do. No, it's not. Okay? Education is expensive, but ignorance is more expensive. Try doing it yourself. I promise you, I guarantee you, you're going to make a bunch of costly and timely mistakes. You may get the school open, but I bet you won't get the accreditation. If you get to accreditation, I bet you won't get through it to get the government money. I can promise you that. And if you do, it's going to take you years and years and years and years, and you're going to make a bunch of costly and timely mistakes. I can promise you and assure you that. And that's not a scare tactic. I'm just being totally honest with you. Everybody says, well, gee, how did you get accredited in 3 years and get all that government money? Miss Velma, we all know the key to success. Tony Robbins said it better than anybody. He said a proven mentor will save decades of time. A proven mentor will save decades of time. Everything I've done, I've had a proven mentor. Everybody thinks, gee, you smart. I'm done in a box of rocks, really, but I got common sense. I know if I'm getting ready to do something, if I'm getting ready to take this test, you should have sense enough. If all the guys, me, Anthony, who else is on here? Christopher, Danny, David, John, who else? All the guys, Larick, Red the Barber. We got sense enough. If we're ready to take that test, you know we ain't studied. So what we gonna do, we got sense enough to copy off of Matika and Tara, Brenda, Cecilia, We got citizens of the copy of Courtney, Javonda Jones. We got citizens of the copy of Karen, Latara, Lachey, Leonie, Lisa, Michelle, Nakia, Paris, Sandy, Shannon, Tamika, Twyla. We have citizens of the copy of you all. So if I'm going to do something in business, they'll say, well, Chin, you're a real estate woman. No, I don't know about no real estate. And I'm not going to stay here and tell y'all to do. Well, how did you make all that money? I have a friend, a mentor, got in the program, paid him, showed me this, and do that. That's why. Simple as that. Simple as that. Find someone that's been there, done that, and got the t-shirt. You don't have, that's the thing about it, you all. You don't have to be smart to make money. You don't have to be smart to make millions. I promise you all. And you already know that. Y'all seen a lot of rich people that's dumbing in a box of rocks. Y'all even work for a bunch of rich people. You ever work for a rich person and you scratch your head, hey, how do they get all this money? They don't know this and that. Hey, they hire people smarter than them. That's what they do. We'll keep going. So we went over the business plan, and the business plan has the numbers back there. Copy and paste, plug and play. And they're gonna think you're a genius. Gerard took his to SBA. They thought Gerard was a genius. They didn't know that he got the business plan from us, and he done copied it. And now he just stand up there all proud. They don't have to know. Be a great copier of successful people. Okay, business plan. We're going to talk about a lot of documents that you need. We talked about a lot of those. I don't know if I showed you all a lot of them. I'll go back. Let me see. I think I did. I showed y'all enrollment agreement. Current student survey. All the documents that you need here. I'll make that bigger, because I know a lot of y'all probably cannot see. So here, this is the current student surveys. Well, what's the current student survey? It's your current students. When you take this paper in there, you click a button, you download to your computer, print it out. Then you walk in the classroom and say, hey, I need y'all to take this survey. Put your name, date it, take the survey, and then you put it in a manila folder. What's a manila folder? Like a yellow folder. And then you label it current student survey 2023. And then you put it in your file cabinet. When a student starts, get you some of these folders from Home Depot, not Home Depot, but Office Max, Office Depot, put their name. Well, how are you going to label it? Put their last name first. If their name is Jim Jones, then put Jones, comma, Jim. I'm talking to the men now. I'm not talking to the ladies. Okay, Twyla? I ain't talking to none of y'all ladies right now. I am talking to the men. Okay? If his name is Michael Jordan or LeBron James, you put James, comma, LeBron. Let me break it down to the guys. Kobe Bryant, you put Bryant, comma, Kobe. And then you put it in alphabetical order by last name. Okay? That's how you do that. Put that folder back over there. That way, because a lot of the men not too organized. So I want to break that down. Okay, now what's next? We got all of those documents. I mean, the orientation, the pre-orientation, this sheet right here. Let me break it. We got every document you need. Before a student starts school, you have to give them an orientation. You got to let them know the rules and regulations, the costs. You want to let them know the catalog, read over the catalog. You tell them all the state board requirements, the laws. Read all of that to them. Read it one time and record it like this. And then you never got to read it again. So when they come in, you just play it. Click, and they look, watch. And then afterwards, you have them to fill this out. Fill it out. Have to check each box. And then have them to sign it and date it. It must be dated before they start school or on the day that they start school. Because when NACAS comes, after you've been over for 18 months, they come for the inspection, they're gonna say, hey, Larick, send Solomon in there, send Chin in there, your student. We need to interview them. NACAS interview them. Well, Chin, did Larick read did he go over orientation with you and tell you all about the catalog, the rules and regs? Nope. Well, did Larick tell you how much the school costs and go over the enrollment agreement? Nope. Why? Because Chin's high, he been smoking weed or whatever. Well, now the NACAS person comes out there, hey, Larick, can you give me Chin's folder? Yeah. Larick gets the folder, guess what? Hey, Mr. Larick, can you pull out the pre-orientation receipt? Basically what NACAS is saying, let me see if you have a pre-orientation form that documents that Chin, you gave him the orientation, all the rules and regulations, all that, because those students may not remember, they may lie or whatever. Larick pulls it out, boom, documentation beats conversation. That's what this form is for. We have all of those documents. I'm not gonna go through all these documents, but we have every last one of them that you need. So it's things like that that's going to help you. All right, so we're gonna keep going. Rick said he recalled him, Papa. All right, let's keep going. We'll go with some more stuff. Current student surveys, went over that. We'll move on to, we're gonna go over the wholesale vendors. I'm not gonna go over every document that you need for orientation and all that. Y'all can do that at a different time. So let me go here, make this smaller, and we're gonna keep moving forward. All right, let's go over the wholesale vendors and contacts. But we have every document that you need. And the documents I copy and paste, fill in the blank. Okay. Burmax. This is where a lot of the big schools, the big boys get all of their stuff. The mannequin heads, the stuff for nails, everything that you need in the school, as far as all of those materials. And I'm gonna answer all the questions at the end. This is Burmax. I'm gonna put that in the chat. So y'all have that. Now, the thing about Burmax, you cannot buy from them until you become a school owner. You can try to sneak and call them, but they're not gonna deal with you until you show them your school license documentation. Why? Because their prices are so cheap, they will beat anybody. You'll be able to buy from them and resell it to everybody in your town. Every barber, stylist, nail tech, every beauty professional will be able to come to your school and buy from you. You're gonna be the big man. You'll be the head woman with all of the products right here, and you can still make money and undercut them. Now, let's go. We'll go back. That's Burmax. I put that in the chat. Now, if you're like me, look, when I got my school, y'all, I knew nothing about teaching, but I know how to read. Burmax. Your textbooks. I still got some textbooks from when I had my school. Well, where do you get all your teaching materials? Right here, my lady. Let me give y'all that link. Well, what if I do online? Do they have a training portal for that? Yep. Keep up with the hours, it does the testing and all that. Well, I'm teaching cosmetology, barber, and everything. Is there a complete lesson plan that's already done for me? Yep. You may not be like Lisa Wilson. Lisa Wilson is on here. She can write every lesson plan by hand. Look, y'all, I can't write no lesson plan. Well, you're in school for 20 years, so what? That don't mean that I can write a lesson plan. There's plenty of coaches in the NBA that coach and can't dunk. can't shoot, can't play basketball. So it really does not matter. So what you want to think about, copy to my ladies, buy their materials. All their teaching materials are here. I mean, look, cosmetology, look at the cosmetology. I'll just show y'all. Everything's here. Digital, all that. Everything is here. All the books, everything. Barber, Cosmo, nails, aesthetic, everything is here. Yes, it is. So you don't have to know how to do all that. It's already done. Y'all want to put that in the chat? I'll put that there. My ladies. All right. Y'all want some more wholesale vendors? Okay. Well, where am I gonna get my equipment? I'm glad you asked. Right here. We go to barber school. Look at this. You mean to tell me I can get 4 chairs set up for how much? $2,100? Well, I need some bigger chairs. Okay. Look. You can get that 4 chair set up. $3,500. Look at that. It just depends on what your budget, what type of budget you're working with. Well, I need 8 chairs. All right, we'll get 2 of those packages. Well, I need 20 chairs. All right, we'll get 5 of those. 5 of those packages. 5 times 3,500. What is that? 16, 17, I don't know. Well, I need finance. Well, what about the salon? I'm a woman. I want Cosmo. All right, I'm you know I'm not gonna forget about you, ladies. Look at this. 4 chair setup, 2,600. Well, I don't like them chairs. Let me tell you something. Beggars can't be choosy. You got to start where you are. Richard, I got my equipment from him back in 1998, 25 years ago. And he sent all that equipment to the school. He financed it. I put $2,000 down. I'll never forget it. And paid $415 a month. And when I got accredited, my little balance, boom, I was able to pay that off easily. So now guess what? They have financing. I click on here. I'm not gonna go through that. So contact Richard at Barber. Let me give y'all that link. If y'all want that link, I'll give it to you. So let me give you the link for this. Copy, put that in the chat. So you got that here. Barber Beauty. All right. So now let's go. We'll go for some more wholesale vendors. What about stylist wear? Well, where am I gonna get my smocks and all that stuff? And if y'all make an investment and give them t-shirts with the school name and that information, and they wear them out in public, that's free advertising. Or even with the smock, their logos and all that, that could be some free advertising. So this is where they get all of their smocks, the barber jackets and all of that. Let's go. They got all different kinds. Aprons, jackets, well, whatever you want, they have it here. I'll give y'all a link and y'all can go research that and look at that on y'all's spare time. So that's Stylist wear. And they'll give you a discount when you've been in school on them. So put that in the chat. Right here, Stylist wear. We'll go back for the other vendors. And after this, we're gonna talk about knackers. Time clock system. Let's talk about some time clocks. Here's a time clock. Now, when I first started my school, I ain't had no money to buy no time clock. So I had a sign-in sheet to sign out. I don't recommend you do that because it's time consuming. It is, and this time clock, look at these time clocks. That's $300, that's $400. They got the kind that you can look at it in your face, and it does it, look, that's the face one. Then they got time clocks with the cards and all of that. So, and look, it's digital. 1 to 9 students is $25 a month. 10 to 19 students is $41 a month. 20 to 49 students is $73 a month. Y'all can afford that. It's got the key things, the time things. You can look at it with your face. You can touch it with your fingers. And it's automated. Look, that one's $179. That's the biometric with their finger. See, technology, 25 years ago, we didn't have all this stuff. All right, so let me give you all that time clock place. Put that in the chat. Okay, now, give y'all some more wholesale vendors and contacts. Smart system. There are a lot of companies out here where you can automate your school. And what I mean by automate the school, where all your hours, you can print them out. When a student comes in, well, I need my grades and my hours. Boom. Well, how many students were enrolled between August of 2023 and January of 2024, whatever? It'll do everything. Transcripts, grades, satisfactory academic progress reports, the ledger system. It automates your school. It keeps up with everything. There are a lot of these companies. I'll give you all this one. Smart is one. They're probably one of the most economical. Discovery Pro. That's another one. You can Google Discovery Pro. You have the Fame system, Genesis. There are a lot of school software systems out there. Now, when I first opened my school, I didn't have no software system. One, I had no students. Two, I didn't have the money. But how did you keep up with that? By hand. That's how I kept up with it. Then I had a little Microsoft Word. Okay. Jack Prints. Jack Prints, I like them because they will print 5,000 business cards, front and back, full color for $100. And they will print 5,000 postcards, front and back, full color for $200. Think about that. Jack Prints. So let me click on Jack Prints and give you all that vendor. Let me see. I know we're in a digital world, but I would still have them cards. I would. And I give them to the students for them to give them out too. And I would give, I'd have some discount cards too. And I'd have some free haircut cards. Sure would. I definitely would have all of that. All right, so let's see what's going on now. Go back here. Let me see, I'm gonna pull up Jack Prince. J-A-K. Jack Prince. J-A-K. Some reason my computer stopped screen. This is Jack Prince, and I told y'all 5,000 business cards, front and back for $100. 5,000 postcards, front and back $200. I know that sounds unbelievable, but it's true. Here's the link. Contact them for yourself. They even got t-shirts and stuff too. But yeah, we used them for years. All right. I gave you a lot of wholesale vendors and contacts. Another thing that we have in that starter program, I recorded step by step how to create $5 Facebook and Instagram ads. So imagine if you're in Cleveland, Ohio, and your target market is women between ages of 20 and 18 to 35, potential students. I showed you how to target them by demographics, behavior, and they were interested in beauty school. I showed you how to create that ad and automate it and make it where the ad only shows up on mobile devices. I showed you all that too, an advanced technique in the back office of Facebook. Because if it shows up on a desktop and that's not good because most people are not on desktops. So now you're wasting your ad spend, you're wasting your money. And I showed you where they can click that link, fill out their form. Hey, want to be your own boss? Earn financial independence. Now enroll in such and such Chicago school. Take the free quiz. They click that, fill it out, boom. They hit submit. And when they hit submit, it automatically goes to your email. So it might automatically go to Twyla or Lachey or Tamika or Ronald or Leonie. It'll automatically go to your email. And now you can get on the phone, Red the Barber, Matika, you can call them back, and Terry. You can call them back, Anthony, Brenda, Cecilia, Christopher, Courtney, David, Javonda, John. Well, how am I gonna get students? By targeting them. Hey, you ever been on your phone and an ad pop up? Your potential students, John, they're on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, scrolling, being nosy. They're on the toilet, scrolling, being nosy. They're driving. They're at dinner, on a date, looking at their cell phone on Instagram, Facebook, or whatever. Tanika, Karen, and boom, your ad pops up. Because your ad is only going to show the people in a certain mile radius that's interested in school that live in your city. Does that make sense, Latyra, Lachey, Leonie, Michelle? And I put a video train, I put that in the starter program. I started to just leave it in the bronze and gold, but I said, no, with the key affairs, I'm not doing that saying. Everybody needs that, Solomon, Tamika, Twyla, because they need to know how to get these students. I know postcards, business cards, you can go to the local high schools and talk to the guidance counselors or the churches. You can go to every shop in your city. Look, you can walk in the shop right now in your city and say, hey, I'm opening up a school, here's a card. If you refer anybody, I'll give you $100 cash. You can do all that. All that's great. But for $5, Facebook ads, when they scrolling on Instagram, Facebook, boom, have that picture, a nice video, they click it, you get a lot that way too. The more money you spend, the more people Facebook and Instagram is going to show it to. Well, I'm posting every day. That's good to post every day, but because of the algorithm, Facebook, Instagram, they're not going to show your post to a lot of people. Ain't nobody going to really see it. Back in the day, they used to show it to everybody because they was trying to get everybody on social media. But now when they got everybody, they said, well, now you got to pay to play. So now when you pay for those ads, I know a lot of y'all see me everywhere. Well, I do paid ads. I do paid ads, and I'm only targeting Barbers, Stylists, nail techs, Estheticians. Well, I see your ad everywhere, Chin. I'm targeting you. And when you click on it, there's something called the Facebook Pixel. I call that the stalker app. Meaning if you click on it, do you remember that stalker that you had? You remember that crazy woman you had? You remember that crazy dude you had? You didn't know that they was crazy and they would pop up everywhere and they'd be driving by your house and you'd be at the grocery store and they pop up at the club. Everywhere you look around, they popping up. That's like the Facebook Pixel. You click on it, guess what? It's like that tracker device that he put on your car that they can't find. It's going to follow you around social media. They're going to think, man, I was praying on it and God answered my prayer. You popped up. I know it should be you. No, you probably clicked on one of them ads. You probably clicked on an ad and that was a Facebook Pixel. But you know what? Sometimes God does answer prayer. Because I was praying about the school. We didn't have Facebook back then. And boom, guess what? Miss Velma came in my life, y'all. So I do believe God will answer your prayer. And sometimes y'all thinking about stuff and talking about it, and he'll show you an ad. He probably showed you some of my ads. And it's up to you. What are you going to do next? So now, I want to share that with you all. I'm going to go back in here in this back office and show y'all some more stuff. Let's talk about knackers. Yeah, let's talk about knackers. Okay, I'm recording this, Texas. Now, this is why everybody needs to open a school. If you're a barber, stylist, nail tech, beauty professional, right here. A lot of people say, well, why should I open a school? Because there's no competition. It's over 1 million beauty professionals, y'all. That's too much competition. Becoming NACAS accredited is like going to the NBA or the NFL. When you get NACAS accredited, you gonna automatically get rich. When you get NACAS accredited, that's right. I didn't say when you playing sports in high school. That's like when you first open your school. It takes 3 years to get accredited. Now look at this. How many NACAS accredited schools are there? Let me show y'all. Accredited. Click on that. I'll make it big too, so y'all can see. Look how many NACAS accredited schools. 1,144 out of the whole United States. From Texas to Florida to New Hampshire to California out west, the east, the west, the north, the south, there's only 1,144 NACAS accredited schools. Think about that. There's a million barber shops, beauty shops, nail shops. They're on every corner. And people always say, well, Chin, how was you able to be so successful in the school industry and you're the sorriest barber on the planet? You can't cut hair that good. You could not teach. You did not know nothing. How were you able to be so successful? There was no competition. There was no competition, and there's still no competition. You can be a below average barber, stylist, nail tech, esthetician. You could be a beauty professional with no clients. You could be a beauty professional that's below average, average, or even if you're above average. You can be a below average beauty professional and make 10 times more than the best barber, stylist, nail tech, esthetician out there. Think about that. I made more money than any barber in the whole world. I'm sure. There was no barber knocking down 100,000, 200, 300. One month I made $400,000. Wasn't no barber doing that. And how many heads did I cut? 0. What was I doing? Traveling, sitting on my behind because I had instructors. So think about that. Ain't no sense in trying to start your own product line, sell your courses, do this and that. It's too much competition. On Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, it's the Wild Wild West, y'all. It's a lot of competition. Too much competition out here. School industry, ain't no competition. I'm showing y'all. It's 1,141. 3 years is not long. When you open your school, it takes 3 years to get accredited if you do everything right. And then once you get accredited, you go to the U.S. Department of Education, all the money starts. It's gonna start. Look, and when you get accredited, what will you be able to do? Anything you want. Anything that you want when you get accredited. You better buy whatever you want. Things will change. But we're talking about accreditation. It's only 1,144. So that's telling you. Now let's see how many of them are trying to get accredited. Candidate, how many schools in the whole United States right now are not accredited, but they're working on becoming accredited. Right now, we're working with 40-something schools that's trying to get accredited. It's a lot of paperwork. There's an institutional self-study. Their one document is 300 to 400 pages long. We do that for you and with you, depending on what program you're in. Right now, it's 144 schools in the whole United States that's trying to get accredited. Not a lot of competition. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pull up different states or even by the city so you can see there's no competition. A lot of y'all already know that, but I'm going to show you all. Now, let's talk about the road to accreditation. When you open your school and it gets approved by the state board, that's when your time starts ticking with NACAS. You cannot apply with NACAS for candidate status to start your school on the road to accreditation until your school has been open for 18 months. After your school has been open for 18 months, that's when you can submit your first application, your candidate application. But you must attend a NACA's workshop. It's a 3-day workshop. They usually have about 4 workshops per year. And you can go to NACA's website and it shows you all the different states where they have the workshop. All right. The workshop is $525. Now, but the certificate that you get from attending the workshop, it cannot be over 6 months old. Okay, when you apply for your NACA's candidate status, when you submit the application, you want to submit it when you've been open for 18 months. Plus, you got to have that certificate, and it cannot be over 6 months old. So you want to attend the workshop probably when your school has been open about 14, 15, 16, 17 months. So now at the 18th month mark, when it's time for us to help you submit your application, we're going to need that workshop certificate that's less than 6 months old, because we have to upload that to the portal with your resume, your school license, and we have to do some other paperwork too. We have to do a school feasibility study. Our team will do that for you or with you. So we upload that. You have to pay $1,485 for the application to NACA's. Okay? You cannot submit the application until your school has been open for 18 months. All right. Now, once you do that and you pay the fees, it does not matter. You only need one student. You've only had to have one student. That's on the NACA's rules too. Y'all can look at all of that on the website. Now, you definitely want to have all of your paperwork. That's why a lot of people like Ms. Velma's program, because she got all the documents. All the documents, the policy and procedures, everything to keep your school in compliance on the road to accreditation is in the program. You can't go AI, all this artificial intelligence, it's not going to give you this. No, it's not. You go Google, nope, it's not on there. That's why her program is so important. That's why we have so many proven cases. I can brag on all the students. Yeah, Ms. Velma had thousands of proven cases. I only got about right at 600 proven cases. It's not my program, it's hers. And that lady knew her stuff. You can try to do it yourself, but you're going to make a lot of mistakes. Now, if all your paperwork, everything's in compliance, you don't have to worry about getting denied or delayed. A lot of people get denied, delayed because they've been trying to do things themselves. So now, once you get approved for candidate status, they'll look at that, make sure everything's correct. The next step is you can now do your institutional self-study. That's that 300 to 400 page document. You can go on YouTube, I've shown y'all pictures of them and videos of all of that. 300 to 400 pages, and you must have the electronic bookmarks and the exhibit to go with it. Our team, we have programs where our team will do it for you. Ms. Velma's team did mine for me. Yes, they did. Submitted it to NACA's, did all that. Back then, you had to make 7 copies at Kinko's, put it in 3 binders, and put bookmarks all through it. It was a lot of work. Now, guess what? Everything is electronic. You get Adobe Acrobat, the ladies will put all the electronic bookmarks in there, and they'll even upload it to the NACA's portal. You don't have to upload one. And if you need revisions, guess what? The ladies will revise it for you. All the checklists, the school catalog checklist, satisfactory academic policy checklist, refund policy checklist, leave of absence checklist, all of that stuff, guess what? Enrollment agreement checklist, catalog checklist, they do it, depending on what program you're in. So now, when you submit that, you can request your first visit. The first visit is $2,425, basically almost $2,500. And you got to submit the 1-page application for candidate status. That's your friendly visit. 2 NACA's representatives will come out to your school, and what they're going to do, they're going to walk around the school. Yeah. They're going to walk around the school just like that. They're going to walk around, check classrooms, all that, do that. And they're going to look through paperwork, check your documents, files, and everything. If anything is not in compliance or whatever, guess what? They're just going to tell you. They're not gonna do anything crazy. You're not gonna get in trouble, nothing. That's a friendly visit just to tell y'all what's wrong, what you gotta get in on. Now, every year, NACAS charge membership fees to be a member of NACAS. They call them sustaining fees. That's what NACAS calls them, the annual sustaining fees. I call them membership fees. And it's $146 a month. So every year, that's like $1,772 if you break it down. If you come in 6 months into the program, NACAS, then they will prorate it. So it'd be 146 times 6 months. Now, after your friendly candidate visit, NACAS will send you a report. They'll tell you everything you need to correct and fix. If you're in our program, we'll update the ISS, help you with your paperwork and get all that stuff together. Then you have to submit your initial accreditation application. That's $5,000 to submit that application. I know y'all saying, well, Hunter, how much money am I going to spend going through this NACAS process? Probably about $11,000, something like that, to NACAS. But that's over, 18 months to 2 year period. All right. Well, that's a lot of money. Well, you got to realize you're going to be getting Pell Grant for both the warriors up $10,000 something. Student loans, they can get 15, 16,000. So you're going to be charging 20, 25,000 for like a Cosmo program or a Barber program. So you're going to get that money right back plus some. Okay. I had one location with 200 something students at $20,000 a student. Do the math. You're going to be getting millions a year. You're going to be making 50,000, 100,000, or whatever, 20,000 a week at that point. So it'll be worth the investment, the time commitment, and the financial commitment. Also, when you submit for that final visit, 4 NACAS team members are going to come. You got to have audited financial statements. Nathan Ferguson, I'll give y'all his number. I usually only give his contact to bronze and gold members. I'm gonna give it to y'all. He's the auditor, and I am going to give y'all his number. I have it in my phone if y'all want it. I know y'all don't need it right now, but lock in 214-263-7705. All right, that's the auditor. You need a bookkeeper too, Marquita. These are people that are very good. I've dealt with them for years. And tax lady. So her number, I know her number by heart. I gave it to so many people. Okay, so I gave y'all that. Now, once you submit that, 4 team members are coming out to your school. That's the final visit. If stuff is out of place, they're gonna write you up and give you limitations. This is the big visit. If you're in our program, the ladies are on standby. Because it may be something you forget. They may check a file. Well, we didn't see a satisfactory academic progress report in here. We didn't see your satisfactory academic progress or your refund thing in your catalog, or this is all. Well, you just get on the phone, call the team, because we're on standby that day. Hey, they're in my school and they need so-and-so, so-and-so. Don't panic. The ladies will have it over to you within about 30 minutes. They'll email it, print it out. If they see something that you don't have, just play dumb. Well, let me look for it. Don't say you don't have it. Let me find it. And you go sneak in the bathroom or go in the closet. Hey, Jen, man, we need so-and-so, so-and-so. Okay, no problem. The ladies will email it to you. Well, you need to change this policy in the catalog or on your enrollment agreement. Okay. We already probably have a copy of your enrollment agreement, the catalog. The ladies just go in there and type whatever NACAS says and email it to you. You have until 3 o'clock that day to give that to NACAS. So if you can give that to them before they leave your campus, they can't write you up on limitation. I had a couple of things out of place. I just made some human errors. Keeping up with all that stuff, just human error. And when they came to my school, that was back in 2000, 2001. I'm this little black dude. Because I was in my school, I was 26. And I'm in the hood. There was 4 Caucasian people. I'm not talking prejudice when I say that, because my best friend was white. And I'm sure that they were scared to come to my school. And I told the students, look, we having some NACA officials, we're gonna get accredited. When y'all see all these people come here, don't be freaking out. They ain't coming to lock y'all up for child support and this and that. They're coming so we can get government funding. So I let them know beforehand, because they saw 4 people coming in like that, they would have been scared, especially dressed up in suits or whatever. They probably thought it would be the FBI, they'd be freaking out. So I let them know. Now, I had some things out of place. I did. Called Ms. Bella, guess what? She faxed it over. I had 0 limitations. Got my accreditation, boom. The rest was history. Now, if they write you up, you got limitations, it's not the end of the world. They give you 45 days to correct the limitations. Write this report and submit it to them. So that's the NACA's process in a summary. I do have a lot of video trainers on YouTube. I got hours and hours and hours where I'm breaking that stuff down step by step by step. And then we have all the trainers, probably 40 or 50 videos in the back office of the bronze program and the gold program. So that's the NACA's accreditation. Now, let's talk about the financial aid. As far as the financial aid, I know a lot of y'all, I have videos on the financial aid on YouTube also, because a lot of people are not going to share with y'all how the financial aid works. No school owner is going to share that with you, I don't think. I've never seen them. This is financial aid. I'll just show y'all right here. Once you get accredited, I'm just doing a 1,500 clock hour program. I know some states are 600, 1,000, 750, all of that, but I'm just doing this on 1,500 hours. Pell Grant 10,550 for both award years. 10 students start Tuesday. By Friday, if they qualify for a full Pell Grant, the government will wire $3,000 times the 10 students. That's 30,000. At 450 hours, when the student hits that, just say all 10 hit that, and they got at least a 70% attendance, 67%. No, they got at least a 67% attendance, 70% grade point average, they'll wire the other 3,000 times the 10 students. 30,000 to your bank account. They don't wire it to the student's bank account, they wire it to your bank account. Okay? That money goes in your account, Red, Batika and Jara, Anthony, Brenda, Cecilia, Christopher, Courtney, David, India, John, Joan, Kanika, Karen, Larick, Latara, Lachey. That money goes in your bank account. Leonie, Michelle, Sandy, Shannon, Solomon, Tamika, Twilight. It goes in your bank account, the school bank account. Who owns the school? You do. You can use that money. You can write yourself a check. I'd go through Paychecks or some company to take out the taxes first. So you ain't got to worry about that. Or you can do a draw. You got LLC or whatever. Now, when they hit 901, if they qualify for a full Pell and they got the minimum, 70% grade on average, 67% attendance, they'll wire 2,000. Well, what if I got 20 students at that time to hit 901? Well, if they qualify for a full Pell Grant, that's 40,000. That's how that works. Okay, and now I already know what y'all already asked. Well, what about the student loans? They can get 15, 16,000 student loans. Well, I got to pay it back? No, you don't. The student has to pay it back. Okay, well, 10 students started at the first of the month. 30 days later, they'll give you your first student loan payment for them 10 students. If they qualify for the full sub and unsub, they will see you $4,700. Well, our 10 students started. Okay, that's 47,000. Well, 20 students started. That's 94,000. When they hit 451, the computer's keeping up with all this. Because you got an automated time clock connected to your school software system, the FAME or Genesis or Discovery Pro or the Smart System, and it'll send a signal to the U.S. Department of Education. So everything is autopilot. So the money's just coming. It's automated. You can do a printout and be looking. Okay, we see here next month, Red gonna hit 451 hours, Twilight gonna hit 451, Sandy gonna hit 451, Shannon, Solomon, Tamika, Michelle, Leonie, 451. Okay, so I'm gonna have 10 students that hit 451 next month. So I'm gonna have 47,000 in student loans, and I'm gonna have 20 new students to start times the first Pell Grant payment of 3,000 at 60,000. I'm gonna have 107,000. Well, I'm going shopping, I'm doing this and that. I'm putting down on that mansion, that Rolls Royce. That's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be. When they hit 901, them 10 students, 3,500, 35,000. That's how the financial aid is. I know it's hard for y'all to believe. And I know that some of you don't want to believe that. My mama didn't believe it. And I stayed with Miss Grandma a long time. That's when we done got old. And this right here, this is a video why you should do a school. I'll share it with y'all. Y'all gonna watch this. My mom in here, she'll tell you a little bit about it. So how has the opening that school changed your life?
Well, we were living in the neighborhood. It was a pretty nice neighborhood in Nashville. And so after Chin opened the school and had worked a while, he told me he wanted me to retire. And about that time was the time that I was going to be at the age and have the years in. So he was able to convince me to retire. And I did, and he moved, I didn't even know he had this house. But he always said that he wanted to get another house for me and so that I could retire and just do the things I wanted to do while I was still able to do them. And so since I've been out here in Hendersonville, I've enjoyed a life of something that I never imagined. And I'm enjoying the house, I'm enjoying being with him because he works from home. And I just sort of keep house the best I can, but I'm living a really good retirement life because of him.
Well, I know a lot of y'all want to start creating generational wealth and retire your mom or grandmom or your wife or husband and move to a better place and have financial freedom and time freedom. If you're in the beauty industry, then I recommend the School Blueprint and click that link below and we'll get started. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you all so y'all can see. If you are a barber, stylist, nail tech, esthetician, instructor, your best opportunity and vehicle to financial freedom, time freedom, living the life that you truly deserve, that God has cosmically created and divinely designed for you, is owning a school. Not a shop, not creating an online course, not creating your own product line, none of that. No, school ownership. It has longevity. They got AI out here, Elon Musk and all them. As smart as they are, they have not built a robot or a machine that can do your eyebrows, your hair, your nails, none of that. So you have job security. Think about it. If you don't open a school, that's the question. Ms. Belma told me, she said, Chin, if you don't open a school, what are you going to do? She said, if you don't open a school, you're going to die an old man behind the chair. And I got mad at her. I've been licensed 33 years, y'all. All of my friends are still working behind the chair and they broke. All of my friends are highly skilled physically. Run circles around me, cut hair. I am the worst haircut and probably the dumbest one out of the bunch, but the smartest one for connecting with Ms. Velma and opening a school. The best thing I've ever done in life has been opening a school. Kamasi, Networks Barber College in Chicago. He does about $2 million a year. He retired his wife. We have over 600 and something proven cases. You all went to school. You cut hair, did hair. Did you get paid? No. You had to pay the school loan. So what's gonna prevent you from living the life you truly deserve? Because if you don't open a school, what's your backup plan? There's no retirement plan for the barber, beauty man, or the dope man. There's no retirement plan for us. No. A hairstylist, I'm gonna retire. What you gonna retire to? Every time they come in the shop, selling something, you buying it. Whether it's a Gucci, Louis, or whatever, you done bought big trucks, you done lived above your means, robbing Peter to pay Paul. 99% of the hairstylists and barbers. So what are you gonna do? The school, 3 years from now. It's not overnight. All these people selling this stuff online and it get rich, make 100,000 in this month and all that, and they pull up in a Lamborghini and a jet. That's BS. They selling lifestyle. That's what they're doing. If there was no internet, they'd be broke. If they didn't dangle the carrot in front of you and you see this and that, they'd be broke. They just got money 3 or 4 years ago. When this internet really hit and COVID hit, that's when most of them got rich off of y'all, buying courses and programs and crap. Cause I've been living like this for 20-something years. We're the only black people on this street. When I say that, I'm not saying that to impress you, but to impress upon you, you can have this. Kamasi has it. Yeah, Larry's Barbers, he drives his Rolls Royce. There's a lot of people, and they ain't even on social media. They only care about social media. And nobody's out here sharing this with y'all. Ain't no school owner gonna tell y'all or show y'all what I'm showing you. You know why? They want to keep it all to themselves. They want to keep it to themselves. I want to see y'all make it. I don't want y'all standing behind that chair, your feet hurting, back, neck. I don't want you neglecting your kids. My mama never ate lunch with me. And it wasn't because she was a bad mama. We had our lights cut off. My mama raised 3 kids by herself. My daddy was an African, a Nigerian. She had 3 kids by this man. They were married. He was taking care of her. And my mama found out he had another wife back home in Nigeria. And she divorced him. And we went and lived with my grandparents, sleeping 3 and 4 to a bed. I had it hard growing up, y'all. The powdered eggs, the powdered milk. Some of y'all too young to remember that. The paper food stamps. A lot of y'all don't remember that stuff. Hand-me-down clothes. We grew up eating beans and oatmeal and rice and cream of wheat and potatoes and spaghetti. You know why? Because when she cooked that, it spread it, y'all. The big block of government cheese. I remember all of that. I don't, look, we deserve to have better. I might have didn't make a million a month like Miss Velma, but I bet y'all gonna get a piece. I'm gonna get a crumb or two. I may not have 1,000 suits, but I bet you I'm gonna get a couple, get a piece of the pie. And God has put you in an industry where there's no competition. It's only 1,141 NACA accredited schools. And you want to make excuses. And if y'all need a payment plan, hell, I'll help you. You need a payment plan? Okay, you need a payment plan. Miss Belma gave me a payment plan. Yes. She let me put out what I could on my debit or credit card and let me make monthly payments. And then people gonna say, oh, you paying that white lady. That's what ninjas say. Oh, so now you done pay this white lady, so you gonna open this school, you gonna become a millionaire. You doggone right. And them ninjas still broke. Quit listening to broke, negative family members and friends. Now, I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know what it's going to take. You're not in enough pain. Think about it. Close your eyes and imagine you dying behind the chair. If you got sick right now, who's gonna take care of you? Your kids deserve better. You talking about I want to do something for my kids and lead generation? A shop is not gonna do that. They need to have your picture up, that oil painting. When my family got this old oil painting of me, and a lot of y'all seen that oil painting when I'm in the other room, and they gave me that painting. And when they gave it to me, I cried. I said, why y'all giving me this? This old ugly oil painting right here, what's this for? In an old expensive frame. And all of my family was around, and my mama, my brother, my sister, nieces, nephews. And they said, Chin, you broke the generational curse of poverty. You made it for everybody. We depended on you when we needed something. Somebody need to get out of jail, need a funeral paid. My family jacked up, y'all. I'm not gonna stand here and tell you, I'm straight from the hood. They jacked up. You know, people behind, lights grid get cut off. Who they call? Me. I have to have money, y'all. I got too many family members depending on me. I retired my mom 18 years ago. I had to do that school. I had to be able to take care of her. I wanted to be able to take care of my mama. I don't know how y'all should want to be able to take care of your kids. And my mama would walk around this house. I remember as a kid growing up, she would pay $1 to the it's some homes, the St. Jude's home, to try to win a mansion. Every year my mama would pay, and it went up to $10. So I'm telling you all, this school can change your life. I don't know if y'all got any questions, but it gets me hyped talking about the school. It gets me emotional because I just love the school business. I know what it's done for us, and I know what it'll do for you. Any questions? Final location for the goal program. Okay. I have a question. Twyla, what's your question? I'm reading all the questions down. After these questions, put your question in right now, and then I'm gonna call y'all back. So if y'all got a question, put the question in right now. If you don't, okay. So there's the link. All right, next time I come, Leon, I'll give you a shout out. When I go to Houston again, I don't know when I'm going back. What's the square footage for New York? I didn't get. New York, they don't have, there's no square footage, but you don't want a little cracker box either. Physical location. The best location that Ms. Velma said is a location that you can afford comfortably for 3 months. I mean, for 3 years, because it's gonna take 3 years to get a credit. So you may have this great location, but it may be too expensive. You want something you can afford and manage for 3 years, because after you get a credit, you can move anywhere in this city and get a nice place. Any other questions? Okay. Hopefully y'all learned some stuff. And I will see you all. I'm gonna be calling y'all. I'm gonna start calling y'all back now. All right. Peace out. So I just want to thank people that stayed with us. Let me give some shout out to y'all. Y'all, let's see who we got, who we still got on here, y'all. Who we still got?
You got Matika for sure.
Okay, I see you, Matika. Shout out to Matika, y'all. Anthony's up in the house. We got Brenda. Want to thank you for staying, Brenda. Cecilia, Chanel, Christopher. We got India, John, Kanika, Karen. We got Larick, Latara.
I need another one.
Lachey. Who else we got? Leonie,
No.
Michelle Barnes, school owner,
Can't
Red
be.
Barbara,
There's
Sandy,
one more.
Shannon, Solomon.
How about the other
Tamika.
bag?
I ain't gonna
The
forget
other
you,
box.
Tyler. We got everybody, y'all.
That one.
Peace out.